Back to Holland and the sand of Lierop for round 9 of the World Motocross Grand Prix Championships. And a lot of Norwegian support for Kenneth Gundersen and his Yanda Group Motor X Kawasaki. He's on bike number 12 alongside Stefan Everts to his right, Joel Smets to his left. Stefan Everts says he's still inspired racing for Pit Byra, whose career was so tragically terminated in Bulgaria. Look at that list of number ones to his name. Not only in the Motocross Grand Prix class, but also the 125 GPs. Smets, Everts, PICHON, they're the top qualifiers. Josh Coppins still continuing his comeback on the CAS Honda in 6th place. The gate drops. Our camera suffers, to be placed to put it really. And Josh Coppins! Josh Coppins gets the whole shot on the CAS Honda. Just to complete a mercurial comeback, Coppins and CAS Honda hit the front. It may not be for long, but what a moment of glory for the brave New Zealander. Stefan Everts is behind him, but the 250 two-stroke CAS Honda is at the front. And once again, how bad can this man's luck get? Mxgp goes down on lap 1 and struggles to restart. Last time we were in Holland, he stalled on the line. This time, he doesn't survive the first lap. Coppins leads ahead of Mxgp. There's Joel Smets in 5th place. And already, Stefan Everts has carved his way past. Andrew McFarlane 4th on the first of the Yanda Group Motor X Kawasaki's. In the lead, Stefan Everts. Is he going to escape again? He's well clear at the front already. Joel Smets once again handicapped by a moderate start, even though he's flinging everything at the dirt on the 450 KTM. This a traditional Dutch track. Fir trees and a wide sandy route through them. No big hills, just flat out straights and big wide open bends. Big jumps, lots of ruts, lots of lines. Josh Coppins, the Kiwi, who's right back in contention. I can't overemphasise what a tremendous comeback this is from the injuries he received in the States during the off-season. James Dobb through to 3rd place on the 450 KTM, really enjoying a new lease of life on that 450cc 4-stroke after struggling in the early season on the 250 2-stroke KTM. On lap 1, Stefan Everts charges round at the front, where else Josh Coppins 2nd, Dobb 3rd, PICHON 4th, Joel Smets 5th, past the fast gating Loris Freebergs in 6th place. Andrew McFarlane 7th, 8th Gordon Crockhard, and 9th place for the sand-loving Sven Breugelmans, with Paul Cooper, reigning British Open champion on the Multitech 250cc Honda, in 10th place ahead of Gundersen and Patrick Capps and Yoshi Tsuta. Stefan Everts appropriately glimpsed in front of that big blown-up balloon of a crown at the back as he goes for his 7th world crown. Josh Coppins has never been world champion yet, but, well, he was closest he's ever been last year with that 2nd place to Mikael Pichon. Everts, lots of Belgians, of course, have crossed the border to come and enjoy this race here, but Claudio Federici's not enjoying it. He is already out, and it looks as if he's hurt his ribs. He must have had a coming together with terra firma here in this treacherous Dutch sand. Side by side, the 252 strokes of Mikael Pichon and the man he beat last year, Josh Coppins. And once more, Mikael Pichon gets the better of his rival. Through the fast sweeping S-bend. Coppins pushed back to 3rd place. Joel Smets has forced past Jamie Dobb. He's through into 4th place and pushing hard. Taking those sweeping wide lines. A vicious set of whoops. Who would think you needed stadium whoops on a track as huge, fast, deadly, sandy and rutted as this one? Oh, Pichon landing heavily on the Suzuki. He overjumped then, hit the flat and frightened his pit. Probably the girls are worried about the state of his private parts after a landing like that. Joel Smets Ooh, looking strong, leaping across all sorts of unlikely spots. He's burst past Josh Coppins. He's looking quick, but he knows that Everts has escaped at the front. Yellow flag's out. Yellow flag's out. James Dauber's crashed heavily on the factory KTM. He's out of the race. In fact, he turns out to be out for the season with a severely damaged shoulder. Josh Coppins still there in fourth place, trying to hang on to PICHON and SMETS. Joel giving it huge air as he tries to get on terms with the leaders. Stefan Everts, smooth, cool, dominant. Once again, the victor in the 125cc Motocross Grand Prix this morning, and that's Gordon Crockard having a moment as he surges across the whoop, trying to catch up with Josh Coppins, and he's getting closer. Gordon Crockard, he's been in trouble all week with flu and some sort of virus, so he's not feeling at his best, and certainly he's looking even looser than usual in the sand, suffering all sorts of unwanted moments on CAS Honda number 19. But bravely pressing on, the courageous Ulsterman, trying to get on terms with his 250cc teammate, Josh Coppins. I wonder which rider team boss Harry Ainsworth would like to see get the better of this particular battle. It's all right, Harry, we're not asking for a reply. Coppins versus Crockstar. Coppins, nicknamed the Lizard early in his career. The yellow flag still out there, and also out is Brian Jorgensen, so consistent all year. Yogi Bear goes out. And Mikael Pichon has a huge moment coming through the whoops. Ooh, oh dear me. And I really think he ought to start wearing some sort of testicular protection if he's going to go on like that. Mikael Pichon struggling hard through the whoops, gives himself a double whammy, and that's really knocked the wind out of his sails. Watch this. Oh, ouch. Canes himself once, looks around at SMETS, lets him go past, and is in such discomfort, he canes himself again. Oh, dear me. Only a man can truly understand how uncomfortable that moment was. I tell you what, Frank Troyan can. Look at that. He's feeling every moment of it. SMETS then, second on the rampage, but too far behind to get on terms with Stefan Everts this time. Unless Everts makes a mistake, he's just going to have to hope. The old warhorse who hit the World Championship trail at the beginning of the 1990s. And on his way to becoming in the 650cc class, absolutely the oldest Motocross Grand Prix World Champion there has been. And although they're telling him to push, that gap is 15.8 seconds. It's a big one. Stefan Everts has the Dutch Grand Prix in the bag. And that should be, well, we're losing count. We think it'll be Grand Prix win number 65 if he stays there. SMETS looking like a match for everybody in this field except Stefan Everts. Meanwhile, the battle for third place behind them. Gordon Crockard. You can see from the sand stuck to the front of his number plate and his face and his front that he's been suffering in the roost of Josh Coppins, but he's got the better of the Kiwi now. And he can see Mikael Pichon ahead of him, and Pichon, we know, is suffering. Pichon in third place. I was a bit presumptuous when I said they were battling the Hondas for third place because Pichon is still ahead of them, but not now. He goes clean over the front. Fortunately, Gordon Crockard has time to take avoiding action. But Mikael Pichon, that was a classic Supercross accident in which he just let the bike go, took off over the front, and just hoped that he was going to survive that way. Well, he has, but now he's got to restart it. Mikael Pichon, that could be a crucial moment in the destiny of the World Championship. This is what happened. He takes off, he decides in mid-air he's not going to make it, and the bike fortunately jumps clean over the top of him. If he'd landed on him, that would have been real curtains for Mikael Pichon. No wonder his team is anxious about that. But he's still there, he's picked himself back up courageously, he's still in one piece. Well, several pieces welded together. Kevin Strybos inherits 6th place. Coppins 4th, Gunderson 5th. Crockard now up to 3rd, but he hasn't got rid of Coppins yet. Paul Cooper, a great 7th place for the reigning British Open champion. PICHON has remounted behind him and ahead of Andrew McFarlane, but only just. Yoshi Atsuta, again top 10 ahead of Antti Pyränen. Amazing action here, absolute drama. And a calm number 1 for Stefan Everts, the man who's just staying clear of it all at the front. And Josh Coppins coming again on a weakening Gordon Crockard. And this truly is a battle for 3rd place this time. Crockard on the left, Coppins on the right. Cass Honda soaring through the air together. Coppins, the Supercross specialist, keeps it low. Crockard goes for big airtime. What a contrast in styles, but the pace is the same. A remarkable comeback by Coppins. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Side by side for the huge jump. Crockard just holding on. Two fantastic riders nailed together in a battle for the podium place. Crockard still has the advantage, but only just, and for how long? Coppins is astonishing, isn't he? He lost touch with Crockard for a while, but he's fought right back onto his rear wheel, soaking up all the sand that 450cc four-stroke can hurl at him. Coppins, a full-on two-wheel drift, doesn't take the feet off the pegs. He's confident, he's on it, he's really out for that 3rd place. But so too is Gordon Crockard. He may be weakening, but his resolve, his spirit is still there. But he gets it all wrong, going through the whoops, almost does a PICHON, but recovers in time to get away and escape out of them ahead of Josh Coppins. What a remarkable recovery. Look at this. Heading for the hay bales, heading for disaster, turns it sharp right, gets it back on song, and even increases his advantage. Josh probably wondered which part of the Honda he was going to hit. But he's back with him again. Gordon's not going to get away that easily. 9 minutes plus 2 laps remaining in this epic scrap for 3rd place. They lap number 58, Mark Jones, on the Dixon's UK Yamaha. This could go all the way. The Cast Bacon Bite Hondas, Gordon Crockard, Josh Coppins. One of them, if they both survive this scrap, is going to end up on the podium here. Coppins, oh, Coppins! He's gone down! The flying, classic flying W on the Cast Honda. He goes down, but remarkably picks himself up straight away. That was almost freestyle action. If he'd been 20 feet up in the air, he'd have got 10 out of 10 for that. For pure style. Mark Jones, number 58, is back with Josh. What a moment. How did he survive this? That was great. Jamie Squibb, eat your heart out. You'd like to do that. Any freestyler would have been proud. Stefan Everts, meantime, calmly, coolly, at the front, picking off the back markers. Coming up behind number 33, James Noble on the RWJ Honda. SMETS not able to sustain the sheer pace of this man, Stefan Everts. Victory is assured if he just keeps himself on course. And Carlo Rinaldi, kid brother of Michele, lets his thoughts be known on the subject in the Yamaha camp. Meantime, Mikael Pichon is doing his utmost to grab a few precious points and limit the damage. Last time we were in Holland, of course, he got the better of Stefan Everts, not this time. Gordon Crockard loses out to Josh Coppins. Coppins finally earns the just rewards for his pressure. He's through into 3rd place. Crockard now in 4th. Has Crockard had a moment? Is he just getting exhausted? Coppins amazingly recovering from that enormous near mishap coming off the end of the whoops. On the last lap, Stefan Everts comfortably in control. It's been hot and hectic, and down has gone Gordon Crockard. Gordon Crockard, he can scarcely stand up. Crockard on the left, number 19. He looks totally drained. He can't get the bike restarted. He's going to lose that 4th place. He's going to lose any place. He's not going to finish. Last lap, Joel SMETS in 2nd. How many 2nd places has he had to count up this year? Crockstar has given up on it. Crockard is still there, parked on the track. He's lapped now by Stefan EVERTS. He's out of the points. He's out of contention. EVERTS, yet another Grand Prix victory for the man they presently can't stop on the Rinaldi L&M Yamaha. 30 years old, over twice as many Grand Prix wins as that, and he's still as excited as ever by everyone as he gets nearer and nearer to the 7th World Championship, which will put him head and shoulders above the rest, including his legendary friend and compatriot Joel Robert, who won 6. This man, of course, is headed for 5 this year with his domination of the 650cc class. Joel SMETS. And the man who will finish in 3rd place will be Josh Coppins. The Rinaldis congratulate Stefan EVERTS on yet another remarkable showing. Mikael Pichon makes his detuned way to the finish. Astonishing that he's managed to survive a series of extraordinary mishaps during the race. He must be feeling a wee bit second-hand now. Stefan EVERTS, well, when you win, the adrenaline makes sure that you feel at your best, even after a race as tough and grueling as that. Or in his case, 2 races as tough and grueling as that. He's dominated both of them. 4th place for Gunderson, 5th Strybos, 6th Pichon, 7th for the splendid Paul Cooper and the equally excellent Yoshi Atsuta in 8th. But nothing for James Dobb and Gordon Crockard. And that beautiful young lady will have to go and seek a shower very soon. EVERTS opens up a 10-point advantage not over Mikael Pichon after his troubled race, but Joel SMETS, who steals 2nd place in the